Welcome to the fluid density simulation. In this simulation, you will study the relationship that volume and mass has to density. You will also predict the fluid density of an unknown liquid by using a line graph of collected experimental data. On the opening screen, you have the option of testing each object individually or to test all of the objects at once. To test each individual object, click on any of the objects on the shelves to move them into the mystery fluid. By clicking the Release button, you will then discover if the object sinks or floats. A small bobber, or lead weight, will appear in the top right graph, signifying whether it was more or less dense than the unknown fluid. Continue to submerge and release each object in the fluid. If you want to test all of the objects on the shelves at once, press the Test All button to automatically immerse and release each object. When finished, click on the Graph button at the bottom of the screen. Here you will see a larger mass to volume graph with the densities of all the objects you tested in the fluid. Click and drag anywhere on the graph to place a line to separate the objects that sank from the objects that floated. This line represents the fluid density of our unknown fluid. To quickly determine the fluid density, you need to enter the mass or volume of any point along our line into the device on the right side of the screen. Let's say you enter 200 for the mass. All you have to do is click the Make a Point button to find the volume. Calculate the fluid density and then press the Predict button. Next, enter your answer for your predicted fluid density and click Check Answer. After you check your answer, a percentage of your relative error will be displayed at the top right of the screen. Hopefully, you will receive a low percentage. Press the Reset button and run through the simulation again with a different unknown fluid. See if you can predict the fluid density with an even lower relative error.